So you listen to Stefon there.
Yeah.
My question for you is this. I blame this Bills debacle on the travel schedule.
Oh, no, don't do it.
Is this a travel problem, or is there more to this loss for the Bills?
Well, I think it's twofold. I think travel's got to be a part of it because Jacksonville was out there for 3 weeks. They're used to the time and all that, and the Bills didn't go out there till 2 days before,
Sure, yep.
so they didn't get totally acclimated to it. It's also a Jaguar problem, right? The Jacksonville Jaguars figured out for at least one afternoon how to curtail this high-flying Bills offense. So as much as it's easy in Buffalo, and I don't blame you, if I was a Bills fan living in Buffalo, I'd blame the travel also. Mm-hmm. I'd blame the NFL for setting up a situation that wasn't even playing field. One team's been there, I got to fly out there, et cetera, et cetera. But you do have to give the Jaguars some credit.
Exactly.
Not only did they throttle the Bills offense for about 53 minutes of that game.
They held the 7 points up into the third quarter.
But not just that. In the final 5 minutes, as the Bills all of a sudden discovered their offense, going no huddle, and you're speeding things up, the Jaguars answered.
Yes.
Because the Bills had a chance in their last 5 or 6 minutes to really, quote-unquote, steal the W when their offense all of a sudden started clicking and Diggs scored that touchdown. But the Jags answered. So you got to give Jacksonville credit. They saved their season out in London by beating Atlanta and then beating Buffalo. My concern, though, Willie, is trying to figure out the Bills. It's like a time warp kind of thing. After week 1 against the Jets, it's over.
Yeah.
Josh Allen stinks. McDermott's got to go. Then they have 3 straight games where their offense is unstoppable. Their defense plays really well. Woo!
Shut down the
They're
Dolphins.
back.
Shut down the Dolphins.
Yeah, all right. They own the AFC East now. They put 48 up against the Dolphins. They held the Dolphins to 20. The Bills are back. And then they throw out that dud against the Jaguars. And now a lot of us are back to trying to figure out what exactly are the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I don't blame the travel because they practiced twice at home, and even they thought they cracked the code because they were waking the players up at 2:30 at locally, so they can kind of stay on top of their sleep.
So keep travel out of it.
So that's not it. But also, Stefon Diggs had 121 catches as his career high, and plus the touchdowns, so it didn't affect him. The problem is Josh Allen didn't play well for 3 quarters up into the last drive, the last 5 minutes. It's about Josh Allen. He didn't play well. The inconsistency is with him. It's not with the offense. The offense, we had a Gabe Davis side. We always talk about, where's Gabe Davis?
He played well.
He played well. So Stefon played well. Gabe Davis played well. James Cook came off a little bit. But nevertheless, Josh Allen didn't play well enough
why
to
don't we
carry
go
the team.
one step further than that? They lost arguably their best defensive player. Milano goes out, and now he's out for the season. Von Miller only played, I think it was 20 snaps total.
He's on a
in his first game back, obviously.
Yeah.
They're going to use him that much. And give Jacksonville credit. When the Bills made their play, when they made their run, we learned a lot, I think, about the Jacksonville offense. They didn't panic. They didn't suddenly.
They did have 2 fumbles.
But they made a big play to Calvin Ridley when they needed it to eventually seal the win.
Well, they're moving the ball with Ridley. They're also moving the ball with Etienne. Etienne had a couple huge
runs
in that
He had the
fourth
big one,
quarter
35-yarder.
that just broke the game wide open. And as the Bills guy here, I'm going to say this Matt
Which
Milano
sucks,
thing,
by the way. We're not happy
This
as
Matt
Jets
Milano
fans.
thing is very serious.
Yeah.
Like, he's out for the year. He was the straw that stirs the drink for that defense. In running plays, passing plays, he's everywhere on the field. They're going to be really, really not the same team.
Hey, could you guys do me a favor from now on when we reintroduce everybody here at the desk? Can you put a little thing in front of Jacoby that just says Bills guy?
Bills guy.
I don't know. Why are we,
like a nameplate right here.
You've got a championship belt in front of you with the Jets on it.
Because I'm a Jet fan.
Yeah,
You're not a Bills fan.
No, die easy Bills fan.
Yeah, but you're
What does that
adopting the
mean?
Bills
When they
because
start
it's
losing, I
convenient.
jump off the bandwagon.
He is like that.
Yeah.
He is like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, who's your real team, though?
I don't have Moving on to second down. Can Zach Wilson stay hot against the Eagles?
I mean, listen, the Eagles are going to be the toughest task they have right now with this newfound confidence that Zach Wilson has, throwing over 70% like the rock star that he is. Over 200 yards a game, not great, but good enough. And, of course, that passer rating inching closer and closer to 100, which he's never had in his lifetime, dating back to high
You
school.
need to be that man's agent. You know how to sell him.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You know how to sell Zach
I'm
Wilson.
trying. I'm more concerned with my vaunted defense. Like, the Jets' offense is not going to score 30 points against anybody, and they didn't against the Denver Broncos. Remember, the last touchdown came on the scoop and score on the Russell Wilson fumble. But, part of our defense is being exposed a little bit. Zach Wilson is what he is. Is he going to stay hot? Yeah. But if hot is 200 yards and a touchdown,
keep shooting, kid.
It's not like he threw for 390 and 5 scores, and you're asking me, is that going to continue? You're saying, will he complete 15 passes?
Yeah!
I think so. I think it's in that.
He's a little baby.
It's so sad. I think he's in that range. But just previewing the game that you're talking about, Sunday afternoon on Fox 425, Jets and Eagles. Jets have never beaten the Eagles. Historically, never, 0. I'm concerned about the Jet defense because one of the things that the Eagles do really well is expose weaknesses in the defense with Jalen Hurts running the ball. And if you watch that game against the Denver Broncos, they had great success when Russell Wilson took it and went.
Mahomes too.
Yeah, Mahomes too. So I want to figure out how we're going to change our defensive mindset and have a guy key on Jalen Hurts solely for him running the ball. Because the Jets defense will be the best defense, in my opinion, that the Eagles have played this year. So we're going to see how good that Eagle defense is against the best part of our team.
Yeah, the bottom line, the boys got to thicken up this week, right?
Yeah.
They got a heavy load with that Eagles offensive line because they get busy. But bottom line, on top of that, one of the things I thought we failed at defending a scrambling quarterback and they're starting against the Chiefs, we don't know how to keep that quarterback in the pocket, right? We don't rush as a unit, and we didn't have a spy on a Patrick Mahomes. We didn't even have a spy on Russell Wilson. That's why Russell started cooking in the first half.
Right.
Now you got Jalen Hurts, who is a running quarterback. They're going to have to put a spy on him for this defense to be successful against the Eagles. On top of that, if you're Quentin Jefferson and you're some Quentin Williams and you're talking about Al Woods and some of these beef eaters up front, you got to show up, man, because now you're putting a lot of onus on Quincy Williams and C.J. Mosley to be run beaters, and that can't happen because they're just too big up front. So Saleh's got his hands full. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles do have the best offensive line by far in football, with Lane Johnson on the right side and Kelsey in the middle. They are that good. And they do a lot of things, and they kind of impose their will on defensive lines.
They lean on you.
But that's also the strength of our team. Right now, our secondary is going to be banged up still. Not sure yet about Eccles, and not sure about DJ Reed or the concussion 2 weeks ago. But it's going to be an interesting battle because their strength versus our strength. In regards to Zach Wilson, again, I'm his biggest fan. But let's not say that he's hot.
But you got to help him too, Carton. Like we talk about Garrett Wilson, right, who I think does need more targets and catches. But we got Alan Lazard, who had 3 catches that game for 30 yards.
Yeah, one of those catches was huge when he got both feet in bounds to get a first down.
All right.
Significant catch.
But this is a man that was brought here to do what? Catch the ball and be a factor, right? Like the kid, you got to say, Alan Lazard was cut from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He landed in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers made him a stud. Will continue to be the stud here. Even though Aaron's not in the lineup, you need more touches.
Yeah, but don't forget, we still haven't seen the New York Jets start and finish a game with all the handcuffs and training wheels off Zach Wilson. He doesn't throw the ball 40 times a game. So let's see what they do. And obviously we got a rock star running back that we're going to rely on heavily this point forward, which only makes a young quarterback better and more confident. And I like it. And the New York Jets are going to upset the Philadelphia Eagles.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll put it up on the board later today.
Moving on to third down. Are the Saints putting it all together, as Kamara said, or did they just play the Patriots?
Yeah, I mean, I vote for number 2, Bob. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys thought they were the best team in football because they beat the New England Patriots, right? This is a product of beating a bad team. New Orleans is good. I think everybody in America, because Derek Carr is there, picked the Saints to win the division and to win it handily. Carr hurts the shoulder. Oh, my God, what's going to happen? Jameis Winston couldn't get the job done. Whew. Derek Carr comes right back. Offense is clicking again. But let's not overreact to putting a 34 bone on top of the New England Patriots who don't compete, right? Go out there and beat some really good teams, and then we'll worry about how good the Saints offense is ultimately going to be. Hey there, thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.